Dear man, from the beginning of time, I have fought against your innocence. So the fact that you keep falling into the same sins that you've been trying to avoid is no coincidence. I've assigned demons so rigorously study each one of you since birth, so we know your weakness, our strength, are made perfect in your weaknesses now. Before I go any further, I want you to understand that I hate you. But the reason why I'm having this conversation with you is to let you know how much I appreciate you, so thank you. Because your generation has generated so much hope for me. It's pathetic yet impressive, so please carry on with your carelessness. You don't even have to worship me, because I'm the only being that you can make your God without even you noticing, so by default I win. If you are not in him, it's not even a contest. If you don't serve the God that's right, I'm the only God that's left. Therefore, there's no need to discriminate. I have even come to eliminate hims, he's, has, she's. Kisses from me are sweeter than pieces of chocolate droplets. Adam, Eve, take and eat. Your disobedience is so sexy to me. I have a fetish for hypocrites. The way you turn from right to wrong, from light to dark, that turns me on like a switch, because you switch when you walk. I replicate a reverse Halloween, but my potential costumes are made out of flesh and blood. With a spirit that is freed and a will that is free, I see billions of costumes now. Who should I be? How about the perfect guy that you would like to meet? Kind of rough. Bad girl, waiting do you? Or kind of sweet? Hello baby, you're looking gorgeous tonight. May I please have your number? Which breaks the leverage of your heart and sweep you off your feet. But instead of a ring, I'll just hand you a leash and treat you like the female dog that you are to me. Oh, I can come in miniskirt with heels. Because guys, I know you love disguise, but sometimes that is my disguise. The way I hijack your mind and make you blind from what's right. I have you so much enticed that you might even cheat on your wife, or better yet, die with me. If you put truth under this bed, you always lie with me. No lie. At the end, nobody wins. That's why we end up with our souls tied up together. See, I have used mankind to create the greatest diversion that mankind has ever seen. So I never look like the problem. Once I make the problem look like human beings. So if sisters have stripes with their own sisters, and brothers could fight their own brothers, I have the victory. Because you end up with nations of wounded families, but an unscalded enemy, it tickles me. I practice segregation. So the separation of the brethren is just an extension of that invention. So no matter how many children are born into God's kingdom, I make sure they see section something. Things are not always as bad as they seem. I want you to believe that hell is like a beautiful dream. Like blind dates with darkness, but love wouldn't be present, but you'll be constantly embraced with an undying flames until excruciating pain may seem like relief. But wait, there have been a glitch in my plans that some of you may call grace. Because despite my flowery displays of affection, my showery of bouquets of temptation, how come when one rose everything changed? And was that Christ? That Christ, about 2,000 years ago, I manipulated and perverted men to capture and to torture that innocent lamb and to murder him, because I knew that once the only hope of humanity was dead, I would wear upon my head the glory of omnipotence as my crown, where I, ruler of darkness, who only rise when the sun goes down, but he flipped the script on. Because the very thing I was trying to use to burn you forever, he turned it around and used it to save you. It's like the MC hammer those nails in his wrist, and blood drips, and that blood that drips is too legit, so when you commit, your spirit screams, can't touch this. He is a reckless romantic. He will put his entire kingdom on hold to hold you. Why? Why would an impeccable God be so desperate to make a flawed and broken creatures to hold you? His heart is like an internet address bar. He is constantly conducting worldwide searches for life, which will grant him the access to your cookies so he can clear your history and to give you new sights, but they are spiritually blind but have had enough. Because this clock is like a bomb. It keeps ticking away, and those of you that don't watch it will watch it blew up in your face. Breaks at the movement of my feet. I don't play. Research the synonym of insomnia can replace it with my name. I move with rage. I move with no praise, because there is one thing that stands in my way, and that is hell. So please, let's band together. Do not surrender to him. Though he said he has life, at least if you spell devil backwards, you have lived. So please satisfy my soul need. If the skies were the limit for your souls, I will reach. But thank your God that my sky has a ceiling called the souls of